എപ്പോഴാണ് ശരിയല്ല
தண்ணி வாட்டர் பாட்டில்
கொஞ்சம்
அதே
கொஞ்சம்
Hey, the baby, the baby. Doing well? So happy. fearless. Master is fearless. The big B lives there. Fearless.
Hi, Doctor. Welcome. Welcome.
Thank you so much. You're looking great. You're looking great.
Welcome back to Pondy. Dinesh.
Yes, how are you, Dinesh? You've grown up, Dinesh. Oh, really? Bada ho gaya. I'm so happy to see you, Dinesh. See how we've been in contact ever since we met first. Ever since we met first. That's a marvel of technology. That's a marvel of technology. Inspiring each other. How?
Digital scams. Lots of.
Oh, that because he's a cybercrime investigator.
Absolutely. It's very great to see you. I was just telling him that I'll become my wife and now we are back.
Please take care. Take care.
If I get stuck there.
No. Please.
I wanted to ring that bell. This one. And this one, just ring this one here. Yeah. You could hold it and.
Acha, this way.
Oh, it has to strike there.
Acha. It's a chime. It's with the chime.
It's with the Raga Mohana, which means happiness.
Acha, lovely. So it's a big chime. Oh, this way. She's not hitting it. It's not hitting it. That's it.
That circular thing is.
Huh?
The circular thing is.
Oh, the That's a grown-up child. That's a grown-up child.
Yes.
Mommy, where's mommy? And the granny? I'm so glad everybody's come. How are you? Oh, wonderful. See, I'm so happy to see you back. You're not going anywhere now.
Hello, ma'am. It's an honor to meet you.
Yeah, lovely to see you. I'm so happy you're back. Mommy, you must be happier than your baby's back. Baby's back. Lovely to see you. Oh, lovely. Oh my God, more still, is it? Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Very lovely. Thank you for all the love you send me every day. I'm the way back.
I have a mother.
Oh, no, nice to see you. So good to see you. Very nice to see you. Healthy and yes. How nice. Thank you.
Always remembering.
I know that. Thank you for all the laddus you gave me.
Still I am doing.
My biography. How?
I took the first. I took it.
You did it.
I did it.
You've got lives, different lives, huh? So nice of you. So nice of you. This is, I think you've already got this. You've got flagged it. You have it flagged. Oh, nice. You flagged it already. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
आपकी blessings today आज little Hindi.
पर नीचे से छोटी सी अम्ब्रेला है, इसके नीचे जो आएगा वो बचाएगा, बाकी बाद में गीला होएगा. Nice to see. Very good. You are?
My mother.
Mommy, you look like that. Yeah, I can see that. The
Resemblance, yes.
Good. Yeah, I would. Let's have a bag where we can put all these. Okay. थैंक यू सो मच। आशा तबीयत सब ठीक रहता घर में? खुश है वो?
जैसे भगवान रखे।
हाँ, जैसे वो रहना चाहते हैं, जैसे वो रहना चाहते हैं। हेलो, यू आर Shruti?
Shruti Bidwaikar.
And you?
Sister Isha Bidwaikar.
What brings you here today?
I dare. I've read that I was in school, I was reading it and I've read it many times. So you have been my inspiration on that. And because of that, she joined NCC and yeah, I had a desire to go for Republic Day parade. But it was like,
Yeah, very few ladies. You are?
I'm Kamal Kothari. Which Kothari is?
Yeah, I know. But how's Bridge doing?
He's doing well.
Is he still in the States?
No, he's coming on 12th. He keeps coming.
And will he come to Delhi?
He keeps, yeah, he's joined IIT Delhi.
He joined IIT Delhi to do what? Teaching? Faculty?
To do his work on education.
So please tell him to connect him.
I'll definitely.
Bridge has to
Yes,
connect him.
Bridge has done a beautiful thing on you, story on you.
I know that. Bridge did it. Bridge did a box.
His
Really
book box.
He did a book box.
Yeah.
Which was ahead of its time. He did an audio thing ahead of its time. So please ask Bridge that to connect with me. Send me a message. I'll then stay connected.
Ma'am, there's someone here to bless you.
Hey!
She's just 100 years old.
Only 100.
No, not 100 years. Crossed
Your
100.
mommy? Your mother?
Grandmother.
Grandmother. Yeah. Very lovely son. Very good son. Thank you.
ஆத்தா இவங்க பழைய கவர்னர் இதுக்கு முன்னாடி இவங்க தான் கவர்னராக இருந்தாங்க பாண்டிச்சேரியில் ஐபிஎஸ் ஆஃபீஸர்
Another thing, her husband was
He's an INA.
Oh, yeah.
guerrilla movement.
Proud to be. Proud to be.
For the 100th
Guerrilla movement.
Yeah,
My God.
100th birthday, our Prime Minister Modi sent a greeting message to her personally.
Yes, very nice. Very nice. Very nice. They are history. They are freedom movement. Our national freedom movement. We owe so much to you. Your lives. How much you sacrificed for all of us. So that we could breathe free like that way. Thank you so much.
She is blessing everyone should live more than 100.
But provided at 100 we stay fit like her. That's the condition of being 100. First condition of being 100 is to be like you. Now it's scary to be older because you do not know how would you be, isn't it? Very nice. Thank you.
मैडम मैं बैठी हुई है सॉरी
अच्छा नहीं नहीं आप ध्यान रखें.
थोड़ा प्रॉब्लम हो जाती है
Thank you so much. खुश है. Thank you. Come out, Krithik. अच्छा आगे आगे. I'm so happy that you joined Aurobindo. No, Aurobindo, Ashram Aurobindo, and that too in an area of your choice, which you left behind. I'm so glad. Finished with your PhD? Still going? So now we can. Now you can. Water is a great area. Water is the challenge of the future. One of my Chandni, who is the director of the Navjyoti India Foundation, rural project, she's done it on water with Terry. She's Terry, with Terry. She registered with Terry and she's finishing with Terry. She's done it on water because we're doing so much of water work in our rural project. Plenty of gabion structures, we've done water harvesting on police stations. We've done a lot of work as my foundation on water. So if you ever happen to visit Delhi, you can visit this project to see how we are doing. Bring Daddy along and spend some time in Delhi. It'd be nice. Not these days, of course. March, April will be fine. Hi, Bina. Good to see you. These are the regular devotees. Lovely.
We want a picture with you here. Just stand here.
Where's Krithik? Because I'm here for you. Come here. He's the hero of the show and he's brought us. Hi, Chandru. I went to the temple in the morning.
उसके पीछे छुप रहे थे
Smile. Smile. Look, everybody. That's it. Lovely. Very nice. Yeah, thank you.
I remember we released Dr. Karan Singh's book for
Yes, yes,
and when he sang the song.
yes.
Beautiful Dogri song.
Yes.
I have it in, I have it in my file. Thank you. No, it's the contrary. Pondicherry has done a lot for me. This Pondicherry has done a lot for me. Rather than I doing for Pondicherry.
Someone want one for big.
Transfer. Really? 9 June?
Babur Lake is waiting for him.
Oh,
Babur Lake, who should Lake?
yeah. Yeah. People keep sending me pictures. People keep sending me pictures of the lakes and
Thank you.
wow.
Acharya.
Acharya. That's school. School. Yeah.
College.
Yeah. College. Yeah. Yes, very good. Acharya, we work together. Anyway, went to your school too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Large school, big school. You know, somebody should document today's recalls because it's history.
He's having all very good.
You know what? In fact, there should be a clear documentary made for Krithik for this. Because it's going to be his evidence of recall. So if we can and make a little documentary, it will be wonderful. Who would do it? Let's identify somebody.
Krithik has a, we have a team, Krithik has a team, so when...
If we can formulate this, it will be great.
Yes.
Your reminiscences and others, it will be wonderful. This is very big treasure. It cannot happen again and again. Maybe not ever again at all. So for you, it's a grown up. When you grow up, this is a great documentation for you. Just as I go back to my archives, you will go back to this archive. So you must make a documentation. Hi, Sai. Baby, come here.
You want to take a snap with you?
Come.
Didi sir, come, let us...
Yes, Daddy. You left Daddy behind, John. You left Daddy behind. Come.
Preeti, stand.
Yeah.
Daddy is in America.
Daddy's in America, I know that.
Grace, Mama.
I met your mummy before you were born.
Sir, photo.
Lovely. So, but visit water projects of ours. You will learn a lot, pick up a lot. And my director has done exceedingly well as an engineer.
Please you touch it. Ma'am will get a contact.
We do that and stay in contact with my director also. And come and do a little internship. I can make you stay there. I have a place to stay. And March you can stay on the premises. And do some work. And work with her and see. Very, very good practices which you adopted. Nowhere in the country probably these kinds of practices, which we've evolved over the years. Last 20 years we've evolved these practices. But they're very culture specific. How you work with people, what kind of people. Very culture specific. But how we customize and we brought so much water prosperity to Gurgaon, which is going dry. And the government has suddenly woken up with what we're doing. Navjyoti is now being rated as one of the first 3-4 leading water harvesters NGOs in the country. Recently I found the survey and it was good. Without any noise about it, it's happening. A lot of corporates are associated with us because of the corporate social responsibility. Come and see. And you can stay at the premises, it's safe. It's safe, just stay there. It's a residential home, it's a rural house. and the project is on site, and you can work with the director. You can spend the 2 weeks, you come alone or come with your daughter. It will be a lot of fun. Yeah, and of course, Daddy, if he's there, it will be lovely for him. It will be a holiday for him, the rural project. We got very good 2 guest rooms. Lovely, attached to the washroom. It's my own rural house. It's my own rural house. It's on our own land. And on the site is the project, and on the site is our rural house. That's why actually residential, which we are using it for larger goods. But if you want to stay, and it's solar air conditioned now. It's solar heated, solar air conditioned now. We're making it all solar.
Something minister for this, and former member of the governing board. Currently, former member of the governing board. Possible family. And currently holding the chair of the Punjabi interns also.
Oh, really? Yes. Oh, I was in Chandigarh Punjab the other day. So you got the honor with the chair. I was also connected with the Auto University.
He was an adjunct professor.
I'm going for the convocation. 16th of January.
Ma'am,
For the
broadcast
convocation.
groups எல்லாத்துலயும் போட்டேன்.
Okay. Put the interns also.
Thank you. I'm so happy to see you because Auto University is also very, very good Auto of its own.
Yes. I was very much in the audience when you came and addressed the automobile gathering.
There you are.
I was a foundation
Ah.
when Dr. Kailash
No, not at all.
Here or there. Or there. When the Prime
when
Minister
you came with your niece, especially came
How we connected
land
with teachers correct next 12, 13, 10 hours, 10, 10.
I'm a writer, so I remember those teachers. Have you still books? Literature and cultural studies. Travel, cosmopolitan.
very peaceful. That's why. That's the roots. That's the
I was professor in Harvard and a Fulbright Scholar Prize.
What an honor.
You are so accomplished yourself.
So right to all available here. You can pick it up from any Swami has it. Everybody else can buy it. Swami, how are you doing?
Thank you, ma'am.
So you have to send me your idea, your program, and you have to link it, associate her and Niti.
Okay.
Work with you, make a Bhaskar. These are your team. Asha, these are all your teams. Visible or not visible. Well, make a team which talks to you, which shares with you. And then you make it intelligent. No, whenever you want it, this is your team. Find out projects and who's going to fund it, who's going to direct it, who's going to write the script. Work it out. Then we have the material. But it's done in time. But if it's done so well, if it's done well, it will have English subtitles. So it depends. Because this is for me once in a lifetime.
This opportunity for me to have
Nothing better than this team which you can make. And you can look at Shivani's book, Where Kindness Spoke. It's a great title. It's a great title. And you know it's a great title. Which is the media here?
Hospital.
Which is the media besides it?
Hospital.
Yeah, I'm registering also. We run the national national academy. So nice to meet you today. Thank you. Can I just take a picture? And a long time I'm waiting. I wanted to see a book for
Krithik will talk to us about it.
The ultimate is they must follow as well. Yes. He's a good organizer. Very good. And excellent orator also. Yeah. Today, this is
I am his father.
oh,
Nice to meet you.
this is your son.
Now we ready.
We'll start.
Doctor.
All that.
Want the droplets on the head would be out of the umbrella.
They have China
Once
photos.
you come in time, it will be covered.
And they're running a school also.
Start the
You can go straight up from there if you want.
The first class he can be received by his grandma.
I do. First,
first topic.
First copy by received by the grandma.
that's a good idea. Why not? Give it to her. The best person. She, in fact, she should be the guest of honor. The real guest. She should be the chief guest. Yeah, truly. She should be declared the chief guest of the day. Please do that. It's a rarest honor for you.
I will tell him also. I am bringing a surprise tomorrow. Wait for me.
It's the best thing. Make her the chief guest. She's a 100-year and a freedom fighter of the part of the history of our national freedom movement.
Okay.
She's the chief guest for a day. She should preside over our function. Yes, good. She's the MC.
Yeah, pretty MC.
She's the one, but present her the first. So we won't bother her. First, let's present her the first. Let's begin.
Okay. Just give a wrap and then don't open anything.
It's that.
Just give a wrapped one, take a photo and then we start.
But that portion. Anyway, others will have to stay. Come, present her. You present her, I'm standing by you. Present her.
Sir. Sir.
Except the smoke.
Sir. Photo, sir. Photo. Sir, photo, sir. Ma'am.
See, her purse is matching her sari.
Sir, one more. Sir, one more. Ma'am, photo. Ma'am.
Let me videograph.
101.
Sir, photo, sir. Ma'am, photo, ma'am. Ma'am, photo, ma'am. Ma'am, photo, sir. Photo, sir. Ma'am.
This
One more.
Picture of the day. This is the picture of the day.
Yes.
Yeah, isn't it? This is the picture of the day. Your glasses are like mine. Sit down.
Thank Okay, ma'am.
This is the picture.
Thank you.
You can bless him. Bless him.
Sir, photo, sir. Sir, photo, sir.
He wants to be a judge.
Ma'am, photo, ma'am.
Let him be the highest judge of this country one day. That's his wish. You know, he wants to be a judge in law. He wants to do justice. My God, that's the burning desire in his is to do justice. And that to at the Mofazil level. You know, justice not at the highest level, but from the bottom level. He wants to do it for the poorest of the poor. That's why we are all here, because his heart beats for the poorest. Thank you. This is yeah, now we go.
Thank you, ma'am.
Just make sure who's going to sit there.
Yeah.
You are too far from the people.
Because some local Indian people like this one, he wants to shift it a little.
They can all move up actually.
They mess up the whole.
But they mess up. But
There is a good recording also. All has been set up for the recording.
we could have saved the space. Come on. That's fine.
Sound and
All this. Remember, we were sitting right up there on that day. Dr. Currency, when we did it, we were sitting right up till there.
for the brain.
But a lot of space is saved. Every chair, because it's different. Come, let's go.
டேபிள் முன்னு நோக்குறாங்க.
சரிங்க ரெடி ஆகிட்டு வந்தேன்.
Let's take the chair.
இல்லை ஒன்று ஆன் ஆகட்டும். ஆன் பண்ண
அதுக்கப்புறம் ஒரு குட்டி இன்ட்ரடக்ஷன் கொடுத்து லைட்டிங் அங்கே உட்காந்து
கார்ட்லெஸ்.
I request the audience to please rise for the Tamil Thai Valthu. We are proud to have Madam Kamakshi Ganapati Amma, a 100-year-old freedom fighter who received the first copy from Honorable Kiran Bedi Madam. We're also happy to say her husband was a part of the Indian National Army under the leadership of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. Let us all give a loud applause and welcome her. The lighting of the lamp symbolizes abundance, prosperity, and knowledge. I now invite the dignitaries for the lighting of lamp. Now, I request Chairman of Aurodhan Group, Mr. Lalit Verma, to formally welcome the gathering.
Very good evening, good morning, friends. Such a delight to have Krithik Kailash's book to be launched called People's Governor by none other than Dr. Kiran Bedi herself. The last time she was here, we had the launch of Dr. Karan Singh's book. And Dr. Karan Singh sang a song, and Padma Bhushan Manoj Das was there. Many of you were there. And I remember while on the dais, we got a message saying that he has been announced to get the Padma Bhushan. I'm sure there'll be special announcements, hopefully today again. The Aurodhan is very happy to present book launches, and especially for our the 24th Lieutenant Governor of Pondicherry, who has done exceedingly good work for the people of Pondicherry. There are this event is happening in the holy place where Mother and Sri Aurobindo lived. And we are very grateful to this divine grace to allow us to have such stalwarts like Dr. Kiran Bedi. My friend Mr. Niti Das and Mr. Bhaskaran are also here. Thank you so much. Parents of Krithik are here. This is a great joy and a very important moment for the Aurodhan Art Gallery, which has actually been sharing more than 3,800 cultural events free to all the people who are interested. The only condition is you have to have goodwill, and you're welcome to come and watch them. I will now let you continue and get down to the main book launch and talking about People's Governor.
Thank you, sir. Book release. The book People's Governor, written by Mr. Krithik Kailash, is a treasured experience of a teacher and student. I request Honorable Dr. Kiran Bedi, Madam. Okay. Our first speaker for the event, Shri Devaniti Das, is a postgraduate in physics and public administration, as well as a graduate in law. Shri Devaniti Das has 32 years of experience in administrative service in Puducherry and Andaman Nicobar Islands. He is a firm believer of transparent and inclusive governance with a proper grievance redressal system in place. I request Honorable Sir to please address the gathering.
Good morning to all of you. It's a beautiful place, very nice ambient, and God is showering the grace by way of trickles of water from heavens. And I'm sure Dr. Bedi, wherever she goes, she's a giver of blessings.
Receiver.
She's a giver, not receiver. She always gives. She takes pride and pleasure in giving. She's a person who always gives joy, happiness, and then achievements. And whatever credit, what the team does, she always gives to the team. Whatever she does, she gives to the team. So, Mr. Lalit, my good friend, so he is a very large-hearted person, as his physical structure is. He's a very large person, by heart. And I thank him for opening this beautiful place, for releasing this book, wonderful book. Today we are here to release, already it has been released, and greet Mr. Krithik Kailash, the young man who is sitting the other side. Can he stand? Yeah. He is a very young man. He is a law student, not even graduate. He is undergoing the graduation course. He is a law student studying in Bangalore. Now he is going to complete his course in another, say, 6 months or something. And he is a great orator. He was with Rajnivas for a few days. One cannot believe that when you see the kind of a book he has published. after undergoing an internship. Internship is basically for a short period to be in an organization and find out what's happening there. It's an initiating period of how we can learn things. But here is a young man who has brought a beautiful book on People's Governor, rightly worded, People's Governor. It's about 140 pages, beautifully written, very simple language of what Dr. Kiran Bedi and her team did in Pondicherry for a period of, say, he was here from 2017 onwards. Thank you, Krithik. Visited. So, the title of the book is People's Governor. People's Governor. Usually governors are there to govern. And they are closeted in big palaces, Raj Bhavans or Raj Nivasas, where to govern. But for a change we had about 5 years, a governor who was for the people. And Dr. Kiran Bedi, she opened the Raj Nivas for everybody. Every single inch space of Raj Nivas was utilized for the people. Those days, I remember, even though I was in government service from the year 1984 onwards, Raj Nivas is a place only for privileged. On Independence Day and Republic Day, there will be tea, and selected VVIPs will be called. And they will be allowed only in the lawn. Now, they cannot also go inside the Raj Nivas. And to meet governor, you have to have an appointment. You have to get an appointment, and then it will be scrutinized by police and other authorities, and finally they will give audience. But when Dr. Bedi madam came here, and she literally thrown open the door. So it was really a shock for us, administrative shock for all of us. We were working in Raj Nivas. How is it possible? Can you open Raj Nivas? What will be the security? So madam said, no, I know about security, just open. And lo and high, all the people of Pondicherry, all walks of people walked in, and they had, urged their grievances, and they talked to her, and it was an amazing change of how Raj Nivas can function in a democratic setup. Governor is a part of the governance. It's a part of the constitution. It's a part of any government. So the governor, the lieutenant governor, has her own role to play in Pondicherry, and she did it beautifully. All poor, invalid, old, young, all of them thronged to Pondicherry, to Raj Nivas and met governor. And the government officers, you won't believe that. So every week we used to go along with madam to see various places in Pondicherry, rural areas and urban areas. And after visits are over, she will take all of us to the, the kitchen or dining hall, which is an exclusive place for very VVIPs only. The dining hall usually is kept reserved for VVIPs like constitutional authority like President of India, Chief Justice of India, or big people. So here you can see all government officials, not officers, including junior engineer, overseer, all the guys, they used to be there and dining with madam and sharing all the experiences of what they have done in the weekend. So Krithik has rightly coined that name, People's Governor. And his book summarizes beautifully within that period of his internship what madam and her team did it. For example, this is water-rich Pondicherry. We have 84 big tanks are there, about 600. Tanks are 84, ponds are 600. We've got 230 channels, 86 kilometers length of channels are there. And during madam's period, she coordinated and involved the people, including the industries and entrepreneurs, to clean up the canals, to clean up the pond and the tanks. And Pondicherry was blessed with good rains thereafter. And even today we are harvesting the benefit of that work what the team has done. So it's only an example of what a people governor can do it. It is not only for addressal of grievances, but what are the positive actions one can do. I don't know how many of you have read madam's book, Fearless Governance. It's a beautiful book. I request you to go through the book. It's available in Focus Shop, I had seen there. It has been translated in Tamil also. The title of the book is Fearless Governance. But I will only say, Madam could have said it, fearless governed, fearless people. That's what she made them. During her tenure, she made the people empowered. She made the people empowered. Fearless people. It's not fearless governance. She made them fearless people. In the initial stages, when we had grievances redressal, on, between 4 and 6, Madam used to allow people to come and air the grievances. Large number of people used to come and air the grievances. After some time, the number of people was slowly coming down. We found out the secret. You know what happened? When the people come to meet Madam, immediately Madam picks up the phone, or her team, including my good friend Bhaskar and others, they picked up the phone and talked to the offices, saying that so-and-so came to the office and met the governor, and this is her problem or his problem, please solve it. They were solving it. Promptly they were doing it. If they don't do it properly, then in the weekend on Saturday, Madam will summon them. They'll be called to the Rajnivas and over a pep talk, Madam will talk to them nicely, and they'll say, yeah, sure, we'll get it done. They'll go away. Now we found out later that these people are so empowered, without coming to Rajnivas, they went directly to the offices and then said that this is my problem. Please solve my problem. If you don't solve the problem, no problem. I'll go and meet Dr. Bedi. So this is called fearless govern or fearless people. She made the governance in such a way that people have been empowered and they were bold enough to go to the office and talk. It's a very difficult for a common man, for a poor man, to go to an office. It's very oppressive. You feel very depressive and oppressive to go inside a government office. You cannot meet the officers. Very difficult. They find fear. But she made them fearless. I think that tradition should continue even today, and I believe it's also continuing today. So the credit should go to the fearless governance of what Madam has given to this place, and which has been beautifully recorded by Mr. Krithik. And Mr. Krithik is a good orator. I have listened his speech when the book was first released in his native place, Namakkal. And he was a great orator, and he has chosen a right profession. So he wanted to become a law graduate, thereafter an advocate, and thereafter, definitely God blessing and God willing, he'll become a judge of the High Court or even Supreme Court. So his intentions are clean. He has a great ability to organize things and take up the responsibilities. Beautifully he has written the book, and I suggest all of you read the book and bless this young man and his family. I'm happy that his family, all the family members are here. Dr. Kadirvel is here. Dr. Kadirvel? Oh, he is sitting in the back. Look. Dr. Kadirvel is here. Madam Aati Lakshmi is here. They are the proud parents. They brought this young man, such a leader at the young age. And his grandfather and all his sister and all the relatives are here. So I thank them all on behalf of Dr. Kiran Bedi for making it possible. So I thank Mr. Lalit for giving this opportunity. Thank you, Bhaskar. Thank you one another. All the best. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your speech. It's my privilege and honor to introduce Dr. S. Bhaskaran, SP, Puducherry Police. Dr. Bhaskaran completed training at Police Training College, Puducherry. He had successfully completed Police Commando course at NSG from December 1992 to March 1993, followed by various related training on VVIP security, sharpshooting, PSO, etc. As the Chief Grievance Redressal Officer to the Lieutenant Governor of Puducherry, Dr. Bhaskaran's role remains enshrined in the pages of Puducherry administration. I call upon Sir to please address the gathering.
இங்கே இருக்கிற எல்லாருக்கும் வணக்கம். என்னுடைய மனமார்ந்த வணக்கத்தை மேடம் பாதங்களுக்கு சமர்ப்பிக்கிறேன். எனக்கு கைட் பண்ண நம்ம ஆசான் இருக்கார், அவருக்கு எனது வணக்கங்கள். is my friend. With respect to என்ன உங்களுக்கு ஓரளவுக்கு தெரியும் நினைக்கிறேன். நான் வந்து பாஸ்கரன் சொல்லிட்டு எஸ்ஐ பாஸ்கர் தான் ஃபேமஸான பேர். I worked in all police stations, Circle Inspector Office, then SP. Now presently I am working as SP Cybercrime and looking after all e-governance in Pondicherry Police. Apart from that, I am SP Control Room, SP Wireless. And I have been specialized trained as police commando. Apart from that, I am in a multi-professional skill. I released some 2-3 applications for women's safety. And one of the application is Mitra, MITRA, Mobile Integrated Tracking and Rescue Application. It is available in Android, where it is not like other police apps like that. With respect to other state, the police application you have to open and then you have to click the button so that it can represent that you need some emergency assistance. But whereas in my application, no need to take out the phone. Just make 5 press on the stop button. Automatically it will trigger the signal. Signal will go, the concerned police will call you. So like that, it is actually based on the person with whom you believe. These are all things which have, before entering into Madam. After entering into Madam is something totally different. The main mantra is coming out of comfortable zone. Coming out of comfortable zone is the mantra. If anyone who adopts it, he excels. Moreover, this coming out of comfortable zone is not so easy. Rajnivas, as Sir told, it is meant for only VVIPs to be facilitated by the governor. There, Madam came out of the comfortable zone. He made everyone to come inside. So the coming out of comfortable zone is so totally different. And she can enjoy, she would have enjoyed the luxury. Not. The grievance, every week, every time, she is ready to face the public. Because you know how public will react.
You tell them what you did.
I am only Jalra to Madam.
You tell them what you did and you made it happen.
Yeah. The thing is, if any citizen comes and lodges complaint, we know what we will do. Because we are the citizen, we are the public and we are the government. So we used to shuttle the complainant. Same thing used to happen there also. So we will get confused. Madam, as soon as I went to our application was perused, and actually this is comes under that the electricity, madam. They will be, if they work, it said okay, then we will, madam. Like that, they will make some 2-3 departments responsible so that he will not do the work. So the grievance remains grievance. So those times, Madam told me, don't be inside having comfortable zone. Go out of the comfortable zone. So that was the mantra which I adopted. Then what happened, whatever the grievance unsolved, I used to collect the data and then I used to call all the stakeholding officers to the spot along with the complainant, and then I used to solve the issue on the spot. So this is the main Moola mantra is from the Madam, and I just made Jalra and I did the work. But it reached the public. So everyone started coming like that, and such unsolved problems where 2-3 departments are involved, we used to make a field visit. So it was something different. So coming out of, we had lot of interns inside because every people used to come, including my son, who came as intern to study. But he is a real person. Krithik, Kailash, please. He is a real person who came out of comfortable zone. Others, they told okay, but no one came out of the comfortable zone. See, I also wanted to make something, but since my job specification is very high, not able to come out. But being a student, a small boy, how he was much interested, and nothing to say, Asha is there. Asha is something more. She is a multitasking person. So she tuned him like anything. So out of the tuning, he is the only person came out of the comfortable zone and learned how to do the work, how to exhibit the work, how to make others to understand what is the work. So these are all not so easy thing to come out. For this also, whatever he says, I don't know, my inner conscience says, just obey him. See, he is small boy, that is different. But my inner conscience says, he is the only person came out of the comfortable zone, out of other interns who learnt with us. So my inner conscience says, obey whatever he says, so that he gets more encouraged. So he is a person I should learn from him. How he is, see, being a student, making his parents to cooperate and making the ambient to tie up with him. See, arranging like a programs and all, as a small boy, it is really astonishing. Even if I was asked to arrange a program, means I will make some alagulas and make the shuttle the responsibility. Whereas Asha is very efficient. So likewise, the junior Asha has started. So I appreciate him. And the functions we made during the madam's period is something different. It is golden period, where madam has the mantra to come out of comfortable zone. So we were with her. So we also came out of the comfortable zone and legally guided by Sir. So the legal guidance incorporating the constitutional facilities, because Constitution is the main Bible for India, created by the great Ambedkar. So within the Ambedkar's formula, we were driven inside the Rajnivas so that no one can pick their nose into our things, whatever we have done. So it is a great, thickly bonded network what we had. And same network we will extend to Kailash. So now he is a small boy. As Madam said, and as Sir said, he will reach the bigger destination where, if possible, I will be his PA. Because I cannot, after retirement, I cannot sit idle. So I have been tuned like that. I will do some work, at least in the garden workers. So if he is coming out in the same spirit and the same motto, you will be really in a higher place, higher destination. So my hearty congratulations and blessings to him, and also like you also to wish him and bless him for his better functioning. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your speech. Krithik Kailash, an undergraduate law student at Christ University, received the Best Orator of the Year award during his schooling at Sarla Birla Academy. In September 2019, he felt a strong desire for mentorship, leading him to intern at the office of Puducherry's Lieutenant Governor, Dr. Kiran Bedi. He worked extensively under the guidance of Honorable Lieutenant Governor Dr. Kiran Bedi Madam on initiatives such as Jal Shakti Abhiyam, Mission Water Rich Puducherry, Mission Green Puducherry, outreach programs, rural education, and field visits. Kailash reading habits are extensive, with the Bhagavad Gita deeply influencing his perspective on leading a purposeful life. I now request the author of the book, People's Governor, Mr. Krithik Kailash, to address the gathering.
Good morning to one and all present here. Honorable and respected Dr. Kiran Bedi Madam, respected Neeti Sir, respected Dr. Bhaskaran Sir, respected Lalit Sir, and everyone present here. A few weeks ago, I called Lalit Sir with a request to permit us for using his premises to release this book. And Sir quickly asked me, do you want the gardens or the gallery? And I said, Sir, as you say, we'll want a premise and we can release the book. And then sir said, fine, we'll go with the gardens. And I'm extremely grateful to sir for giving us the space to release this book in Puducherry. A few months ago, 3 months ago, in the history of Indian administration, for the first time, this book was published and launched in a place called Namakkal, which all of you must be aware of, in Tamil Nadu. But this event was more special because for the first time in the history of Indian administration, a sitting judge of the Karnataka High Court, Justice P.S. Dinesh Kumar sir, came all the way from Bangalore and released the book in Namakkal. Dr. Kiran Bedi madam travelled 8 hours from New Delhi to the Coimbatore airport and then to Namakkal to release a book at a request of an ordinary law student. History would note that two great individuals, in the presence of Neeti sir, in the presence of eminent dignitaries and the people of Namakkal and those who had come down to the city, that for the first time my gurus came down to bless me and tell me that, son, you have the power to bring in a change in the world. Therefore, with this book, it's given me a push to work harder and forge a better future. How did I get into Raj Nivas? How did I start working with madam? How did I meet her? These are all questions which everybody would be having. And in the year 2017, when I was in grade 10, I first came down to Puducherry when the outreach program as part of the visitors hour to meet ma'am with my father and mother. And we had a brief 3-minute meeting. And ma'am asked me what's my name. I didn't reply to her. And she asked me which grade I am studying. I didn't reply to her. And my parents asked me, now why didn't you reply to her? And I told them, what do I reply? And so the confidence level was quite low. But 2 years later, when I completed my education, I went back to Raj Nivas as a first-year law student, first internship, and equipped with a piece of paper called the internship confirmation letter. I stood at the gates. And the guard at the gate, a women guard, I remember, told me in Tamil that, son, you'll be able to meet ma'am and also take a picture with her. And I was more than happy. But as days progressed, in the first day of my work, I had to arrange the personal library of madam inside the governor's palace. And as I was entering the room, there was a white board. In that white board, there was a point written, and this is how it read: one, accessibility to common man. And the later days, I understood through missions such as Mission Water Rich Puducherry, Clean Puducherry, Green Puducherry, Open House, traveling with madam to the government departments, field visits, etc., that accessibility to common man is a fundamental principle for anybody in a position of power. Any closed door is not good for the society. And therefore, ma'am opened up her doors to the people, and I became a witness to it. I understood that I just entered the world of administrative governance. As days progressed, I completed 1 month of my internship, and in the month of January 2020, which I had also shared in Namakkal and many other stages, there were 2 interesting incidents which happened, and I like to reiterate it to the audience here. The first one is in the starting of January, when an NGO group from Yanam had come down to meet ma'am, and she was walking around the lawns of Raj Nivas, and she noticed that a group of tourists were standing outside the gates of Raj Nivas, and she immediately instructed the guards to open up the gate. And in that was a woman from Uttar Pradesh who introduced herself as a teacher and said that, ma'am, I am a teacher and I teach your life to the children of Uttar Pradesh. And this was a small act by ma'am, but it left a profound impact on the life of citizens across Puducherry and India. And in the second half of January, Republic Day, we were considered to be the family of Lieutenant Governor. So we witnessed the Republic Day, and in the evening, to all the interns, ma'am tells that, children, I have given you all everything in my power, and I pray to God for strength. I pray to God for strength so that I can do more for you all. I can do more for you all. That day I realized that a position does not define a person. A person defines the position. Dr. Kiran Bedi defined the position of the Lieutenant Governor of Puducherry. The blessed land of Maharishi Aurobindo Ghosh and Divine Mother Meera Alfisa, history would note that the 5-year tenure of Dr. Kiran Bedi madam will be etched in the golden pages of Indian history. As COVID struck, we all went to the online mode and research papers, video clips, interacting with ma'am, virtual functions, and it kept us completely busy when traditional education system took a hit. And after COVID, I had to document the Kanagan Lake. And when I had come down to document Kanagan Lake, it was a 2-week internship. That's what I've referred in my book as the historical days. As I completed the documentation of the Kanagan Lake, and this is a story for the first time perhaps you'll be listening to, what happened on February 16th, 2021. Madam's tenure came to an end. The 24th Lieutenant Governor of Puducherry, Dr. Kiran Bedi Madam's tenure came to an end amidst political changes and administrative changes. But none knew what happened within the Governor's Palace, for I'll tell you all today. The next 2 days, we had to present on our learnings, and my Kanagan Lake presentation was scheduled. And as the news came out of ma'am's tenure coming to an end, and all news channels telecasting the changes which were happening, ma'am called all of us inside the office of Lieutenant Governor. She looked at me and said, "Son, I have to leave Puducherry. But I will leave Puducherry after listening to each and every one of your lecture. And only then will I leave this union territory." That is how ma'am left. And for a governor to open up her office for students from different parts of the country, different parts of the state, without any background check, etc., with the only purpose, learn and execute it for the welfare of the people. Therefore, my experience in Rajnivas Puducherry propelled me, and now if I'm able to work with Justice P.S. Dinesh Kumar Sir of the Karnataka High Court, or anybody who asks me, I tell the start is from Dr. Kiran Bedi Madam. And therefore, somebody asked me, how does it help in your legal profession? And this is nothing but constitutional law. We read the powers of governors, lieutenant governor, judges, etc. But I can tell everybody that I worked with a lieutenant governor, and I know the powers and the ability to foster a change in society. That is what practical application of Indian Constitution would also mean. And therefore, in different angles, this internship immensely helped me to forge a brighter future. After which I worked with demonstrative learning, and also today I remain to be connected through a larger group in WhatsApp, etc. And for the benefit of audience, I'll also translate this to Tamil quickly. அனைவருக்கும் என் வணக்கத்தை தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கின்றேன். 2 நூற்றாண்டுகளுக்கு முன்பு ஜான்சியின் ராணியாக இருந்த லக்ஷ்மிபாய் தன் ராஜ்யத்தை ஆங்கிலேயர்களுக்கு எதிராக போராடி காப்பாற்றுவதற்காக இளம் வயதில் அவர் வாழ்க்கையை இழந்தார். பல சம்பவங்களில் பல இடத்தில் அந்த நொடியிலே ஐபிஎஸ் கிரண் பேடி அவர்களின் வாழ்க்கை முடிவுக்கு வருகின்ற சூழ்நிலை கூட தன் கடமையை முழுமையாக பூர்த்தி செய்கின்ற அந்த மனப்பான்மையை அவர் இந்தியா மக்களுக்கு வெளிப்படுத்தி இருக்கின்றார். அதுதான் 1978 நடந்த சம்பவம். மிகப்பெரிய கலவரம் தலைநகரம் டெல்லியில் வெடித்த போது ஆயிரக்கணக்கான போராட்டக்காரர்கள் அமைதியாக போராடி கொண்டிருந்த தரப்பினரை தாக்க சென்று கொண்டிருந்த போது அடுத்த நாள் வந்த செய்திகள் இந்தியாவை அதிர வைத்தன. ஒரே ஒரு ஐபிஎஸ் அதிகாரி, இந்தியாவின் முதல் பெண் ஐபிஎஸ் அதிகாரி கிரண் பேடி தடுத்தார் என்ற அந்த சம்பவத்தை குறிப்பிட வேண்டுமா? ஒரு கட்டிடத்தில் பல இளைஞர்கள் 8 குழந்தைகள் 15 நபர்கள் மாட்டியிருக்கின்றார்கள், நெருப்பால் வெளியே வர முடியாமல் தவித்துக் கொண்டிருக்கின்றார்கள் என்ற அந்த செய்தி வந்த போது ஐபிஎஸ் கிரண் பேடி அவர்கள் தலைமையிலான வந்த காவல் படையினர் என்ன செய்வதென்று தெரிவதற்கு முன்பே கதவை உடைத்து உள்ளே சென்று 15 நபர்களையும் 8 குழந்தைகளையும் காப்பாற்றிய சம்பவத்தை சொல்ல வேண்டுமா? அனைவரும் அஞ்சக்கூடிய தீகார் சிறையில் இருக்கின்றவர்களுக்கு தியானத்தை ஆழ்த்தி உலக புகழ் பெற்ற சம்பவத்தை குறிப்பிட வேண்டுமா? இல்லை, ஐநா சபைக்கு சென்ற வரலாற்று மிக்க பெண், அந்த சரித்திரத்தை குறிப்பிட வேண்டுமா? 45 ஆண்டுகளின் உழைப்புக்கு பிறகுதான் துணைநிலை ஆளுநர் என்ற பதவி கிடைத்தது. நானோ ஒரு முதல் பயிற்சி என் வாழ்க்கையில் பெற்றிருக்கின்றேன் என்றால் அது ஐபிஎஸ் துணைநிலை ஆளுநர் கிரண் பேடி அவர்களிடம்தான். அப்போது 45 ஆண்டுகளின் உழைப்பு புதுச்சேரி மக்கள் பெற்றார்கள். ஒரு காகிதத்தை எடுத்து அவர் அலுவலகத்திற்கு சென்று எனக்கு வாய்ப்பை தாருங்கள், அரசு என்பது என்ன, நான் கற்றுக்கொள்ள விரும்புகின்றேன் என்று சொன்னேன். உடனடியாக என்னை உள்ளே அனுமதித்து ஒரு மிகப்பெரிய அனுபவத்தை என்னிடம் தந்தார். பல மாணவிகளிடம் தந்தார். பல சரித்திர சம்பவங்கள் இருக்கின்றன. ஆனால் இந்தியாவின் சரித்திரத்தில், பல மாநிலங்களின் சரித்திரத்தில் ஒரு ஆளுநர் அல்லது ஒரு துணைநிலை ஆளுநர் இல்லை மிகப்பெரிய பதவிகளை அந்தஸ்துகளை வகிக்கின்றவர்கள் அவர்கள் அலுவலகத்தை மாணவர்களுக்காக பிறந்திருக்கின்றார்கள் என்று கேட்டீர்கள் என்றால் அது முதல் ஆளுநர் IPS துணைநிலை ஆளுநர் கிரண் பேடி அவர்களே தான். அவர் மாணவர்களிடம் இருக்கின்ற சக்தியை பயன்படுத்தி புதுவை மக்களுக்காக உழைக்க வேண்டும் என்று எங்களுக்கு ஒரு உத்வேகத்தை தந்து ஊக்கம் உடைமை என்று வள்ளுவர் சொல்கின்றது போல் அந்த குரலை இந்த மாநிலத்தில் இந்த இடத்தில் பிரதிபலித்து என் வேலையை துவங்கியதில் மிகப்பெரிய பெருமையை அடைகின்றேன். ஆனால் பல சம்பவங்கள் இந்த புத்தகத்தில் நான் குறிப்பிட்டிருக்கின்றேன். என்னென்ன வேலை செய்தேன், எப்படியெல்லாம் நாங்கள் வெளியே சென்றோம், எப்படியெல்லாம் மக்கள் வந்து ஆளுநரை உடனடியாக சந்திக்க முடியும், எப்படி அவர் நேர்மையாக உண்மையாக கடமையை பூர்த்தி செய்தார் போல பல சம்பவங்களை ஒரு மாணவனின் பார்வையில் முழுமையாக எழுதியிருக்கின்றேன். ஆனால் பல சம்பவங்களில் இன்றைக்கு ஒரு சம்பவத்தை குறிப்பிடப்பா என்று கேட்டீர்கள் என்றால் February 16, 20, 21 புதுச்சேரியில் பல அரசியல் மாற்றங்களுக்கு மத்தியில் துணைநிலை ஆளுநர் கிரண் பேடி அவர்களின் பதவிக்காலம் முடிவுக்கு வந்தது. அப்போது பல பத்திரிகைகளில் பல தொலைக்காட்சிகளில் வெளியே வந்த போது துணைநிலை ஆளுநர் மாளிகைக்குள் என்ன நடந்தது என்று தெரிவதற்கு வாய்ப்பில்லை. இந்த புத்தகத்தில் நான் எழுதியிருக்கின்றேன். அப்போது கனகன் ஏரியை சுத்தம் செய்த அந்த சம்பவத்தை நான் பிரசன்டேஷன், அதாவது பேசுகின்ற அந்த வாய்ப்பு என்னிடம் இருந்தது. 2 நாளுக்கு பிறகு அதை பேசுகின்ற அந்த வாய்ப்பு இருந்தது. ஆனால் ஆளுநர் அவர்களின் பதவிக்காலம் முடிவுக்கு வந்துவிட்டது. அப்போது இந்த பேச்சு இருக்குமா இல்லை என்ன இருக்க போகின்றதே தெரியவில்லையே என்ற அந்த யோசனை இருந்த போது ஆளுநர் IPS கிரண் பேடி அவர்கள் எங்களை மாணவர்களை உள்ளே அழைத்து பல மாற்றங்களுக்கு மத்தியில் எங்களிடம் சொன்னார், குழந்தைகளே, நான் புதுவையை விட்டு செல்ல வேண்டிய நேரம் வந்து விட்டது. செல்வேன், தலைநகரமுக்கு டெல்லி செல்வேன். ஆனால் உங்கள் ஒவ்வொருவரின் பேச்சை கேட்ட பிறகுதான் இந்த புதுவை மாநிலத்தை விட்டு நான் செல்வேன் என்று ஒரு உறுதியை கொடுத்து ஒரு உத்வேகத்தை கொடுத்து எங்கள் வாழ்க்கையில் மிகப்பெரிய குருவாக பிரதிபலிக்கின்றார். என் வாழ்க்கையில் மிகப்பெரிய குருவாக துணைநிலை ஆளுநர் கிரண் பேடி அவர்கள் பிரதிபலிக்கின்றார். அவரை ஆனால் 3 மாதங்களுக்கு முன்பு இந்தியாவின் சரித்திரத்தில் நடக்காத ஒரு சம்பவம் நாமக்கல் மாவட்டத்தில் நடந்தது. இந்த மக்களின் ஆளுநர் என்ற புத்தகத்தை முதல் முறையாக நான் வெளியிட்ட போது நாமக்கல் மாவட்டத்தில் பெங்களூருவில் இருந்து 8 மணி இரவிற்கு நீதி அரசர், அந்த மாநிலத்தின் நீதி அரசர் PS தினேஷ்குமார் ஐயா அவர்கள் அவர் பணிகளை முடித்து இந்த புத்தகத்தை வெளியிடுவதற்காக அடுத்த நாள் விடியல் காலை 12:30 காவல் பாதுகாப்புடன் நாமக்கல் மாவட்டத்திற்கு வந்திருந்தார். 8 மணி நேரம் பயணம் செய்து தலைநகரம் டெல்லியில் இருந்து கோவை விமான நிலையம் வந்து கோவையிலிருந்து நாமக்கல் மாவட்டத்திற்கு வந்து இந்த புத்தகத்தை வெளியிடுவதற்காக IPS கிரண் பேடி அவர்கள் வந்திருந்தார்கள். எதற்காக வந்திருந்தார்கள்? இந்தியா சரித்திரத்தில் இது இடம்பெறும் ஒரு சாதாரண சட்ட மாணவன் அழைத்ததற்காக, ஒரு சாதாரண மாணவன் அழைத்ததற்காக இந்தியா புகழ்பெற்ற IPS கிரண் பேடி அவர்களும் ஒரு மாநிலத்தின் நீதி அரசர் அவர்களும் நீதி சார் அவர்களும் பலர் நாமக்கல் மாவட்டம் வந்து இந்த புத்தக வெளியீடு விழாவில் பங்கேற்றுக் கொண்டனர். ஆகவே இந்த புத்தக வெளியீடு விழா ஒரு மிகப்பெரிய சக்தியையும் ஒரு உத்வேகத்தையும் நாமக்கல் மாவட்டத்தில் இருக்கின்ற மக்களுக்கு தந்தது. அதைவிட இன்றைக்கு இந்தியா சரித்திரத்தில் அந்த இடம் பெற்றிருந்தாலும் இந்த எதிர்காலம் என்ன, இதற்காக நான் நடந்த சம்பவங்களை உங்களிடம் குறிப்பிட்டிருக்கின்றேன். ஆனால் வருகின்ற காலத்தில் என்னோட நோக்கங்கள் என்ன என்று குறிப்பாக சொல்ல வேண்டும் என்றால், தாய் தமிழ் என்று இருக்கின்ற இணைப்பு மூலம் தமிழ்நாட்டில் இருக்கின்ற இளைஞர்களும் புதுவையில் இருக்கின்ற இளைஞர்களும் சேர்ந்து சமூகத்தில் மாற்றத்தை கொண்டு வர முடியும். பதவியில் இருந்தால்தான் செய்ய முடியும் என்று இல்லை. இளைஞர்களின் சக்தியை நாம் ஒற்றுமையாக்க கொண்டு வந்து நாம் மக்களுக்காக சமூக சேவையாக செய்கின்ற போது நம் நாட்டை, தமிழ்நாட்டையும் புதுவையையும் வளர்க்கின்ற போது இணைந்து தமிழ் என்ற சக்தியின் மூலம் நம் நாட்டை வளர்ப்போம் என்ற அந்த உறுதியுடன் தமிழ் பேச்சை நான் முடித்துக் கொள்கின்றேன். As translated to you all in Tamil, I am extremely grateful to Honorable and respected Dr. Kiran Bedi ma'am, Neeti sir, Bhaskaran sir, Lalit sir, and everybody present here, my family members, guests who have come here to grace this occasion. And this is a historical event, and my heartfelt thanks for giving me the energy and strength to work today to Honorable Dr. Kiran Bedi madam. We are the student warriors. My young friend Shyam is there. He is somewhere sitting here. He cleaned up the Kanagan Lake with 12 other volunteers, and so many other volunteers came up and changed the way Puducherry functions. And therefore the confidence and almost in all parameters, whatever way possible, from moving a furniture to writing research papers, to going with ma'am in field visits, to doing each and every work, not constraining ourselves in a small well is perhaps the biggest of lessons which we have received today. I'm immensely, immensely grateful to each one of you. Thank you. Nandri, Vanakkam.
Thank you, Krithik. We are eagerly looking forward to read your book. It's my privilege to introduce Honorable and respected Dr. Kiran Bedi Madam, the first woman to join the officer ranks of Indian Police Service. In 2003, she became the first woman and the first Indian to be appointed as United Nations Police Advisor. Voted as India's most admired and trusted personality over the years, the life of 24th Lieutenant Governor of Puducherry is a source of inspiration and strength for millions of people across the nation. I request Honorable Madam to please address the gathering.
Before I pass the mic to Honorable Dr. Kiran Bedi, we had a small conversation in the morning which I want to share. Her intention today is, after having done so much mentorship to the young, she wants to pass on the mentorship, in a sense, the baton, so that these inspiring people can take over the learnings and with the inspiration do the work that she has been wanting to do. That's a wonderful thing to do. Thank you so much.
I want to thank Krithik for bringing us all together once again. I want to thank his family, mother and father, and all his relatives who are present here, sister, for bringing us together here. I want to thank Lalit, who offered to offer his garden like this. I want to thank you, Lalit. He stayed connected and he's got a very large heart. There's no doubt about it. I saw him 5 years, how single-handedly he continued to promote his own culture and dance and music and entertainment. So much single-handedly. I want to thank Niti, my right hand all along, for being with me, now sitting on my left. But he was truly my right hand. And he says, when I ask for rain and rain comes, no, it was he who says, stop the rain, and he would stop the rain. That's why we used to call Niti the bishop of our team. I want to thank Bhaskar, because it's he who actually dealt with every grievance redressal of yours, every redressal grievance. I want to thank my friend Shivani, who's also on my right, who also did a lot of work to make things happen. I want to thank Asha's mummy for being with us, because Krithik is Asha's student. More than me, he is Asha Gupta's student. And she is at work, I can understand that, but she is the architect of the internship program. Truly, I owe so much to Asha for her versatility. In fact, the kind of energy she gave to Rajnivas is unparalleled. If I would be a corporate house, I would keep Asha with me. I would appoint her right away to be with me, and I know she'll get things done. But more than that, we needed the team. The chief guest is our history. I'm so happy to see, so blessed to see the chief guest, our INA, Subhash Chandra Bose's team member who's with us today. We're very blessed. And you know what? When Krithik was speaking, she was very, very attentively listening because she understood Tamil. I want to thank each one of you who's present here. I can recognize many, many of your faces. You're braving the rain, and I don't know who else you are braving, but you're here. I want to thank Niti's family, Grace and Preeti, for being here today. Preeti has also been listening most attentively. Some of you here, I can place you, where did I see you when, during our field visits. Each one of you, I can place you. Either you met me at Rajnivas, or I met you on the ground level. So I want to thank you all for being present. So much has happened, Krithik has already told you. So much has happened. But maybe you might like to know how we did it. The how. Because how hasn't been, he's told you what. Let me share with you some of the nuggets of the how we did it. When I took over, I did not know any one of my team members, friends. I came from North Delhi, North India. I didn't know a word of Tamil except Nandri and Vanakkam. and still I don't know a third word of that. I couldn't register it here. I inherited a team. And I was given a choice. Choose your team. Find us. And friends, the team remained the same. Team was remaining the same as General A.K. Singh left. Neeti Das, Sridhar, Bhaskar joined us later, Sridhar and Asha Gupta. Even my ADC was almost the same, almost. ADC changed because the main ADC. The team basically remained the same. Sridharan, Neeti Das, as I said, and Sridhar, Asha Gupta, Srinivas. See, the team was same. Do you know how we did it? It's these people who did it. I didn't do it. They did it. Because they knew how to do it. I didn't know Tamil. I didn't know Pondicherry. I didn't know anybody. Who knew Pondicherry? Who knew? They knew. All I was doing is sharing my ideas with them. That this is how we can reach out with the common man. We are here for people of Puducherry. We are not here for the VIPs of Puducherry. For us, every person is important. So therefore, we will make everybody feel important. Feel trusted. That we are trustworthy. That empowering them. So basically, and it is these 5, 6 of us who started to work together. The how was the team. The strength of any success, friends, remains in the team. And the leader of the team was the one on my left, Mr. Neeti Das. He knew the ABCD to Z of Puducherry. He knew rules, laws, standing orders, which paper, which note, where is lying. So I could connect with the history of Puducherry without being a part of history earlier. The best part is why it worked, because we were listening to each other. Every morning, we used to have a morning meeting. So I'm now giving you the how. The secret of any good leadership management is, if the leader wants to learn faster, without losing time, and get all the past experience along and make it present, is to listen to your team. And at morning when we used to meet between 9:30 and 10, we used to meet every morning. We used to start our day listening to each other. And listening to each other, we used to talk about issues of the day. What's come up in the newspapers? What's come through grievance redressal? What's come to our notice, what's happening? What has somebody said to us, or officer has said? Whatever feedback, emails, WhatsApps, grievance redressals, control room messages, anything, newspapers. All that became the agenda for morning meeting. So we were keeping our finger on the pulse. So whether a common man is, even a letter to the editor, was being read. A letter to the editor. And we used to read the letter to the editor and used to respond to it and go back. That's when Bhaskar said, out of the comfort zone. Our secret was, go to the spot. Go and listen to the person. Find out what he's saying so that we don't delay it. That is how we did. We did not have anybody else. It's just these people. Bhaskar joined us much later, and Bhaskar was a pick of Neeti Das because he knew what kind of redressal system we were looking for. Our website was also pretty outdated when I took over. There was no grievance redressal control rooms. Nothing. None of these existed. They all evolved through these 9, 10 a.m. meeting. And friends, I have every 10 a.m. meeting minute with me still. That's how the book came. Every minute of the meeting, every document we have preserved. We loved it. I didn't know we'd write a book. Now I would go back. So all I'm saying is, an internship thing, I'll now come to jump to, how did Krithik happen? How did internships happen? Internship happens because of COVID, in a way. In COVID, there's a model code of conduct, where LG cannot go out. So, code of conduct. Elections, it was COVID. No, COVID came later. Election, sorry. See this, he remembers it better. It was the election code of conduct. It was by-election 2017. It was a by-election. And how many months till then I couldn't move out at all?
It was for about 2
2 months. 60 days is a lot of time. 60 days, LG was bound to Rajnivas. You cannot show your face also outside because you can influence the voter. So I was now bound to Rajnivas. And Rajnivas activities also got suspended. There was no open house. No. So no open house. No people meet. LG doesn't go because you will influence. So I'm not here 2 months for imprisonment. So what did we do? We decided to do an internship program. And Asha picked it up and we put it on the website. Rajnivas invites internships. So we said, if we can't go to the people, people can come to us. So we put it on the internship. And applications came. Did you apply? Yeah. So he came, these applicants came, about 30 interns plus. How many interns? Remember? More than 30 interns were selected by Asha. And the list was cleared by him, Niti, and the team. 30, all of them, your food, lodging is yours, travel is yours, we will groom you, we will train you as the next leader. And that's how they came. They stayed on their own, they paid the PGs, they've transported themselves. We designed a program for them. Krithik used to be part of the team and report to Asha every day as to what he'd done. That's how he was compiling all the learnings. And they were an eyewitness to all our meetings. These interns are a very rare breed of 30 people. They exactly saw how we were meeting, how we were discussing, how we were minuting, how we were documenting, how we were planning, how we were strategizing. How we were responding to media also. You also saw media interaction. How we were responding to false news in the media sometimes. There was a misinformation. How we were dealing with, how we were conducting, then of course things, the model code of conduct went and they start to see opening up of systems. Though these happened because of the model code of conduct. But prior to that, I'm a strong believer as a good practice that if youth is involved with every department of the government, engineers with PWD, doctors with health department, IT engineers with computer education, B.Ed teachers with school to students, if they are starting as interns, imagine the kind of resource the government can have. Imagine the backup resource, social welfare with NGOs. But the condition of all this program is you have to be very transparent. You got nothing to hide. No favors done. No hanky-panky. No behind the dial or under the table deals. All open up. This is how this internship happened. So we actually have groomed 30 people who've had direct access in this country, who are aware how administration run. And they also saw a conflict when we were in conflict with the political parties at that time, individuals at that time, how we were grappling with it. They also saw how we were, Sridhar and Niti and others were fighting out law issues with the Madras High Court, because every time, whatever we did, we were challenged. I've only told you how we did it. So if you're giving me a lot of credit, it's misplaced. It was an amazing teamwork which happened. And any one of the member, there was a move almost in the middle of my career to move him out. There was somebody trying to say, they realized that Nidhi was my strength and Nidhi was institutional memory. Move him out so that she struggles to find out where can she work on from. And I rang up the Home Ministry at that time and I said, you move him out, move me too. Because with him, I'm able to deliver faster. Without him, my speed will go down because my thoroughness, I will have to research and find out who knows what and how do I trust. And I clearly said, you move him out, that's intentional. Because you're moving him out to weaken, and the point is, why intentional? Because he had only a year or two to go to retirement. Just about a year. You don't move people to difficult areas when you have less than 3 years of service. You don't move. Don't move people like that. You move people for transfer from one place to the other when you have 3 more years at least. When he has just about a year or plus, why are you moving him out? Obviously, there was somebody who was interested to weaken the team. Weaken the team Rajnivas. If you remember those days, we used to use the word a lot, team Rajnivas. This was the team which was working at that time. And when I said, you move him out, then move me too, because then there is no team. And we will not be able to move fast as we are fast moving forward. And we are going flawless. We have nobody, you cannot pick up any rule which has gone wrong, because we had institutional memory with us. So my message here, friends, is build your teams, build your strength. It's like a family. A strong family produces Krithiks. Strong family, strong principals, strong directors produce colleges, and you have one here sitting here. Just stand up and get recognized. Here's another Dash, Mr. Dash. He was most valued teacher. The establishment was also gunning for him all the time, but he somehow survived, and he did plenty for his institution. I do not know what your latest position now. Huh? Continues to? Tagore College continues? Remarkable. Huh? He cannot be moved out anywhere. Huh? Lelo. Give him the mic. I didn't hear that. Do we have another mic? He's worth hearing how he did it.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for giving this opportunity. I just want to tell, I was moved out of Bharatidasan College in 2017, and I went to madam's official residence. The only one thing she told me, that you have done in Bharatidasan College, continue your work in the new place, Tagore Arts College. And that is my own motto. I am continuing till date. And ma'am, when you visited Tagore Arts College on one of the morning program, that was in 2010, you had planted one and say that convert this barren land into an urban forest. And for the last 6 years, we have planted nearly 8,000 trees in Tagore Arts College.
It started with one tree.
And that 18, acres of land, it's almost 90% has been filled up with the forest. And the only one college in the whole country which has been recognized by the Ministry of Tourism as a Nagar one. So that's all the credit goes to the teamwork.
Absolutely. The team and the team leader.
Thank you so much, ma'am. And in fact, morning I just sent a message that while going, if you can visit, because we are having the board, and that we have developed the Corona Memorial Garden next to the tree itself, ma'am.
Right.
So because recognizing the people, those who are no longer with us, and with that remembrance, only the first of its the kind in the whole world we have started, because, and that too with plantation. Whoever visits this college, they have to plant a tree remembering the souls, because that's the only thing that can happen after we leave, ma'am.
And the number of awards he got. And we are staying connected. We talk to each other every day.
Thank you so much,
like many of you, including Chandru.
Thanks
sitting
to all
there.
of you for giving this
Chandru
opportunity.
sent me in the morning, your Chandar, who's cleaned up your beach. The beach clearing credit goes to him. See, not to me, him. I only kept it clean. Commissioner. He was then the commissioner of Algret or where? Pondicherry municipality. He's that Chandra. Huh? Chandrasekhar, sorry. I call him Chandru. Chandrasekhar. Thank you, Chandru.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for this.
See, these are all team members which did it. Thank you.
And my guru, my leader, my dear living person is only you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Number of awards you got. So you got so many awards. Thank you. Bless you. You'll continue to work. So friends, this is the teamwork which happened. I think we were gifted. The people were the same. These were here earlier too. They are here even now. It's the way we knit them together and tap the energy out of each one and say, offer your best and trust them. And I took the oath, and that's my last statement. When I took oath as Lieutenant Governor here, I gave a tea mantra to the government at that day. I did not know anybody at that time. And I gave a tea mantra. And the tea mantra stood for trust. Be trustworthy. I will remain trustworthy. You give me trust and I give you trust. I trust you till you break the trust. You break the trust, you will not survive. You'll be out of the team. But if you live up to the trust, you'll continue to be a member of the team. And you'll continue to grow in that. So first T is trust. Second was TE, empowerment. I empower you as the governor or lieutenant governor of Puducherry. You empower yourself to empower your citizens. Many of you are heading certain associations here, organizations here. I empower you, you empower others. We empower each other by law. T is empowerment. The A is accountability. You remain accountable, we remain accountable for all the decisions we took. No guessing away, menenikia. You cannot delegate this. You have to own responsibility. You get the credit. You also will have to take the blame if you go intentionally wrong. Intentionally wrong. You may not go intentionally wrong. You can make a bona fide mistake. That's all right. But if you got malafide mistake, you have to pay the penalty. And you get exposed. That's exactly what happened. We trusted each other. We empowered the people to complain. Empowering them, report to the control room. Tell us what is going wrong so that we can address your needs. So, and A was accountability. We remained accountable. Every time we took a decision, we were taken to Madras High Court. We were also taken to Supreme Court. Supreme Court continued to rule in favor of what Raj Nivas had agreed on or decided. Why? Because we were intentionally honest and trustworthy. Intentionally. We could have made bona fide mistakes, but I don't think we made any intentional mistake which would hurt the people of Puducherry. So friends, it was a result of an amazing teamwork, and the team remains here. Internship team has been created. They're spread all over the country. And all that, Krithik is a representative of that team who's written the book. There's another probationer, intern who wrote the book. Rahul Bhagwat. And Bhagwat? Rahul Bhagwat. Bhagwe. There's another intern who also wrote the book called Leader Within. Leader Within. So Rahul Bhagwe has also written a book called Rahul Bhagwe, Leader Within. He's in Bombay and he works there. So these interns have got to start to write and done very well for themselves. We've created 30 leaders already. We passed on the art of administration, the good practices, what makes you a genuine, authentic leader, what is a T concept. This has been passed on to many, and not only to them, even any one of those volunteers who worked with us close by. I want to thank each one of you all these years which made it happen. The team the most, and the invisible team along, the volunteers, the appreciation of the people. When you stood by us every time, and Chandru, you made a great name for yourself. You suffered, he suffered and yet survived. Suffered and survived, Suffered and survived, right? He's the one who sent me in the morning saying, Mom, go to Ganesh temple in the morning because it'll close at 12:30, and that's how my program changed. So friends, each one of you may not be able to recognize or mention any one of you, but you know that you remain close to my heart. The WhatsApp groups of ours, from the day one I left, have been retained, and many of you are a part of the group to get a morning nutrition and get a morning greeting. Somehow we've stayed connected. I want to thank you for your warmth, for your love, and for your blessings and good wishes all the time. Thank you, Krithik, for bringing us once again. And thank you, Lalit, for opening up your hospitality. We've stayed at his bed and breakfast house, and he's looked after our beautiful, delicious breakfast. And we drove back from Chennai yesterday to his bed and breakfast, Arodhan bed and breakfast unit, very lovely. Antique, where I had to have a platform to climb on the bed. A very rare experience where the bed was a little high and I had to have a platform, and I stepped on the platform to get onto the side because it's something like the antique furniture. Everything is antique there. He loves every wall, every bit of the wall is full of paintings. I'm going to gift you another painting, looks like. So I want to thank Lalit for offering this place for us, and nature, Mother Nature, for having not drenched you. You are still dry and you're in wonderfully pleasant weather. Thank you, each one of you. Thank Mummy, mother of Asha, for having come here especially for us. Thank each one of you, friends, that you came and made this a very, very warm congregation. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam, for your inspiring speech on this momentous occasion.
And also on a last note, as Madam said, I am immensely grateful to Asha Ma'am. In fact, Asha Madam, the first person I met in Raj Nivas was Asha Ma'am, and she works 24 hours in a day. So at 12:30 a.m. I receive a message and Ma'am tells me that 8 o'clock on my table, that's it. So I research throughout the night, I take an auto, I land up there, 7:59 I submit the paper, and Ma'am appreciates but also gives advice and ensures that the next time I improve. So if I have to speak about Asha Ma'am, it will be completely a different speech. But I'm immensely grateful to Asha Ma'am. In fact, many won't know that she met Prime Minister Indira Gandhi as a student when she had come down to, when Prime Minister Indira Gandhi came to Pondicherry. And she has that autograph also. Therefore, I'm immensely grateful to Asha Ma'am. And also recognize now Asha Ma'am's mother who's present here and is gracing the occasion. If all of us can please give a huge round of applause. Thank you so much, Amma. Thank you.
I now request Mrs. Aarti Lakshmi to deliver the vote of thanks.
Good afternoon to one and all present here. I would like to start my vote of thanks with a slogan from Bhagavad Gita. Yogastha kuru karmani sangam tyatva dhananjaya siddhya sadhya samo bhutva samatvam yoga uchyate, which means be steadfast in the performance of your duty, O Arjuna, abandoning attachment to success and failure. Such equanimity is called yoga. The equanimity that enables us to accept all circumstances with serenity is so praiseworthy that Sri Krishna calls it yoga or union with the Supreme. This equipoise comes when we understand that the effort is in our hands, not the results. We then concern ourselves only with doing our duty. The results are for the pleasure of God, and so we dedicated them to Him. In this way, we are able to accept fame and infamy, success and failure, pleasure and pain as God's will, and when we learn to embrace both equally, we develop the equanimity that Sri Krishna talks about. The verse is a very practical solution to the fluctuations of life, and if we can learn to accept everything that comes our way without sacrificing our best efforts, we will have surrendered to the will of God, and that will be true yoga. To me, ma'am, stands as embodiment of this verse, because I have seen her in Raj Nivas as the 24th Lieutenant Governor and the whole of Puducherry flourishing to its best with her efforts. Everyone would wait for her eyes to move and run around to complete the task assigned to them by our great leader. I was surprised to see the hard work which ran for 24/7 with great humility, countless meetings, visits to the nook and corners of the Union Territory, and the water table was coming up, Puducherry was getting clean, and so on, many, many, many achievements. And the one which everyone forgot and which I have experienced is, it was a safe Puducherry then. Because I used to wander, I've experienced it personally when I wandered around the place all alone, just at any time of any day without any fear. So thank you, ma'am. We felt very safe under your governance then. Thank you, ma'am, for the innumerable sacrifices, dedicated hard work you had given to the society with zero expectation, and especially to our family. We truly feel it's the blessing from heaven to have seen you and you mentoring our son. Thanks for sharing generously all your experiences with Krithik and molding him to be a better human every day. My special thanks to Devanati sir, Bhaskaran sir, Lalit sir, and all friends and family present here. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Please rise for the national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कलवङ्गा विन्ध्य हिमाचल यमुना गङ्गा उच्चल जलधितरङ्गा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तव जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Capture your faces. Can you be visible a little? Those of you who are behind each other. It's historical and momentous. Those of you who shorter in clip. This is the team which has come for Krithik, Kailash's book. Don't slip. Okay, mommy, don't slip. Thank you.
We're happy to meet you, madam.
Excuse me, sir. Sir, please, sir. Sir.
Photo, ma'am. Thank you. Yes, Shoka.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Come.
Sir, photo, sir. Sir, photo.
So you must be getting love.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, photo, ma'am.
Ma'am, since the book is there, you can take it.
Sir, photo, sir. Ma'am, photo, ma'am. இது ஒரு 5 நிமிஷம் கூப்பிடுறேன் ஃபோட்டோ ஒன்று கூப்பிடுறேன் மேம் ஃபோட்டோ மேம் மேம் பேக் மேம்
For your kind notice, the refreshment is arranged backside of the stage. Please have go.
ஃபோட்டோ எடுக்கிறேன் ரெடி தேங்க்யூ மேம்
ஆக்சுவலி இதுக்கு தேவையில்லை அவங்க பர்சனாக இருக்குது என்கிட்ட கேட்பாங்கன்றதுனால ரெடி எடுக்கலாம்
எடுக்கணுமே அது வேண்டாம் இதாச்சும் ப்ராப்பராக எடுத்துருமே தேங்க்யூ
அப்படியே போயிட்டாங்க அவங்க அப்படியே போயிட்டாங்க அவங்க நம்ம டிரைவர்
நீங்கள் சேர்த்து எடுத்துக்கோமா
எடுத்துக்கோமா நாங்கள் இதை எடுக்கிறதா இதை எடுக்கிறதா
கட் பண்ணுங்க
வேற போங்க போங்க போங்க
மேடம்
போங்க போங்க எடுத்துக்கலாம் எடுத்துக்கணும் யாருன்னா கொடுத்துன்னு எடுத்து சொன்னா நிற்பாங்க ஆமாம் அவன் இல்லைங்க கொஞ்சம் வரோம்
And you want to go?
நல்லா இருக்க பாருங்க என்ன வேற எடுத்தா
ஓகே தேங்க்யூ மேம்
So you got a gold mine for your document. Swami, you got a gold mine for your what document you are writing?
செல்ஃபி தான் முடியும் ஐயோ வெயிட்
அப்படியா ஒரு அவன் எடுத்துட்டு ஒரு ஃபோட்டோ எடுத்துருவோம்
செல்ஃபி
அனுப்பிச்சுடுங்க Sir,
photo
please.
Bhaskar versus Bhaskar. Chadru, so what are you keeping busy now with? You're free now. With from the elections you're free.
I'm going to complete the shortly.
Shortly.
Shortly
Finishing.
Yes, sir.
And then no elections.
Ma'am, photo, ma'am. Ma'am, photo.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Best friend. Best friend. Best friend. Thank you.
Today's yoga.
Sir, photo, sir.
I know that.
Sir, photo. Sir, photo, sir.
I know that. He's always there. First one.
Thank you.
How's your son? Where is he?
He has gone to US, Paris, madam, for his higher studies.
I'm glad you said it.
I'm done finishing MBA next time. Now he's doing Master of Science in International Business.
And then he's gone to France. Yes, I hope he doesn't become French citizen one day. That's it. He doesn't want to. And I'm glad he's continued with his studies. Thank you. I'm so glad. He's protecting himself.
अना कई निकल सर फोटो सर थैंक यू
Thank you.
கொஞ்சம் சைடில் வந்து நானே எடுத்துருவோம்ல இதில் இதாகவே என்ன தேவை 9894
Are the votes there or not? And you can always find out from security. Because on May 29th, I'm going to recruit. I want these.
Today your speech was excellent, madam.
You're always appreciated.
As usual.
You're always very appreciated. I came for Krithik.
Come on, please.
Hello.
Kailash.
ஹலோ இந்த முடிவில் கொஞ்சம் லைட்டில் வரும் நான் கூப்பிட்றேன் இல்லை அல்லது கூப்பிட்றேன் இல்லை இதை கூப்பிட்றேன்டா
I have another copy. I'll give you to a journalist.
Yeah. You want
I got another copy that is for
Hello.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
come home and take.
Where? इधर ही है.
इधर नहीं.
Now we here, no?
I used to write like
I want your book.
Arun?
Fearless governance. So your autograph.
आप भिजवा दो.
आपकी autograph.
हाँ वो कर देंगे सब.
Sign है. I think I have a sign copy extra. I'll just do it. Next time you see ma'am, you can have whatever you want.
We always used to say, no, like when is Ram coming, when is Ram coming.
Where is Krithik? He knows the place. He's supposed to be here. Krithik, come now.
Ma'am, 1 second. Ramba wants to see that.
வளம்பெருகி நலம்பெருகி உற்றார் உறவு உறவோட உடன் இருக்கணும். நம்மளால செய்கிற கடமைகளை எல்லாருக்கும் செய்யணும். எல்லாருக்கும் செய்யணும். நம்ம என்ன கொண்டு வந்தோம், என்ன கொண்டு போகிறோம், எதுவும் கொண்டு போகிறோம் கிடையாது. எல்லாருக்கும் நன்மை செய்யணும். நலமோடு வாழணும். நம்ம இந்தியா வளம்பெருகி வாழணும். ஜெய் ஜெய் ஜெய்
Madam, one photo.
Thank you.
Please stand. That photo, madam. Shivani, I'll take.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Now,
Turned out to be a great place.
one more second. Olive oil for you.
Huh?
Olive oil for you from Paris.
Oh, olive oil from Paris.
இதயத்திலேயே வச்சிருப்பேன். உன்னதெல்லாம் என்னுடைய மக்கள் எல்லாம் என் இதயத்திலேயே இருக்கும். மனசிலேயே இருக்கும். உங்களுடைய உருவம் என் கண் முன்னே வரும். மனசில்
She'll tell me when we are driving right.
I know.
Madam,
Take care.
your first VIP. I'm seeing directly.
Okay, good. Right, thank you.
Ma'am, photo, ma'am. Ma'am, give camera.
I want one with you only.
Ma'am, 1 second. Ready for me?
Ma'am, photo.
Sir, please.
Sir, photo, sir. Sir, front. Sir, photo, sir.
Really miss the opportunity.
We all know, in fact, I was reminding ma'am, once a day we go to the stage. Madam also is aware. She said, yes, maybe I can't be here forever. I can't make an everlasting change.
Can I make one argument? I don't want, but the two NGOs can work together.
This year, Sham is very good and the Tanaka making back.
Thank you for coming, Chris. Because I would have come home otherwise. Had you not come, I would have had to come home. Now that you all come, that's how we go, my son.
Lunch and retreat. Lunch and retreat. You have to go. I come there.
So let's go Ravi.
Yeah, sure. I'm getting.